Good evening, YouTube. Subject350 here, and today, this is the day after I filmed the 7014 welding rod video. Today we're going to be building a welder's third hand. These are some three 5-inch pieces of rebar that I took. I wiped them down with acetone so they're all nice and clean, and I am going to just set them together like this, and I'm going to TIG-tack them, and then I'm going to put the third bar on top like this. And then I'm going to run some pieces of 1/4-inch rod there, and there. And I guess I better tell you what we're making. We're making a welder's third hand. So a third hand is, let's see if I can make it. Yeah. A welder's third hand is basically a large object with some weight that you can use to hold pieces together to really hold pieces together without having to, use some extreme clamping force to get them down. So I'm just using, this is a scrap metal build. I spent absolutely no money on this whatsoever. So anyways, might as well get started. We're going to throw some TIG welding in, and we're going to do some stick welding with 7014. So fire up the welder, get set up for TIG, and we'll tack them up and weld them out. Let's go.
Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we are building a welder's third hand, and I am just going to set these rods up for autogenous or fusion tacking. But I'm just kind of holding it there until it puddles. The two sides puddle and they flow together, and then I'll just kind of tack it back together again. As you can see, I'm using my auto dark helmet. Now, I don't really like it. It's kind of difficult to see the puddle, but I use it for tacking things up. It's great for that. You don't have to go down and up. Down. You know how it is. Been in welding for a time. It all depends on your eyes. Mine are a little more, I've gotten used to higher quality green lenses and amber lenses. So I am kind of spoiled by that. But, there are some fairly nice helmets that have nice builds out there. Those are probably actually I have $300 plus, so they're way out of my price range. Jackson Boss or something. No, not a Boss, a Balder. That black helmet with the yellow trim, but really nice, like bluish green display. Anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic here, so I'm about to start TIG welding this, and I had it set up like this, and it did not turn out so well. And I was using my auto dark helmet at first, and that's probably why it didn't turn out as well as it probably should have. And my auto dark helmet's good for some things, and one thing it's good at is welding. When I TIG weld super thin stainless, which video on that coming very, very soon. I'm gonna post. This is actually shot, like I said earlier, a day after the 7014 video. So I'm gonna post the two of those very quickly. And then I'm going to post when I'm building something out of stainless. But here you can see the weave that I'm doing, or I started dipping in and then I started weaving right here, and that looks something like this. Now I propped it up on my square, my stainless steel square, and then put a chip and hammer underneath it to keep it there. But this looks something like this, and my opinion, this is a very good arc shot. The only problem with it is that my camera is too dark. I can see this is the Hobart helmet that I'm using, which is rising up there to become my favorite helmet. It's lightweight. It's got a large viewing lens. But it's a good helmet, but with a number 10 shade lens, I see a lot more than that. But anyways, you can see me kind of wearing it in the background here, my nice cotton welding jacket. But you saw the weave, how exaggerated the sped up video makes this look. And then you see I put my chip and hammer there. Yeah, so anyways, I was talking about the Balder and how much I want it, but it's $300 on Cyberweld, and then Cyberweld has a really good price for most things. That's where I bought my Shadow, the helmet with the flip-up lens. That's where I bought that thing. And that thing works, the lens is small, but it's an amber lens. It works beautiful for TIG, MIG, stick. I haven't actually tried it on MIG. I don't have a MIG. I have a flux core. Cheapy little flux core, but it works. I put together a set of shells. I might make a video or two on that. I had some footage, and then I lost it, and I decided not to upload it. And yada yada yada. But I need to reinforce the shelves, finish it up, cap the ends of some tube, and finishing touches to make it look not hackish. Because in between when I started building them and now, I've learned a lot. But again, here you can see the weave. It's just side to side, and I'm leaving that 1/8 inch filler wire in there so it doesn't chill the puddle. Now right here is what happens if you try to TIG weld dirty material. I have enough gas flow running, 15 CFH in a number 7 gas lens cup, and it's just throwing sparks absolutely everywhere. And it looks something like this. This is pretty much what I saw when I was trying to do this. You can see like all oxidation, all this crap boiling to the top and blowing holes. And I was using ER70S2, and that's a fairly good filler wire, you know, for dealing with light rust. But I would probably use 309, except it was Monday night. Every welding supply store was closed. I'm not gonna order it online for this little scrap metal project, and I was gonna grind this down anyways. So. And stainless steel filler wire is astronomically expensive. I think it was like for 2 pounds of it, 1/16 inch 308. It was like $30 or something, and that was from HGP, and they, affordable prices. So right about here, I'm just gonna grind these down just to kind of make them, look a little bit nicer. And it's kind of self-explanatory right there. I'm not trying to get lazy. I am lazy, but not trying to get lazy in my video making movies here, to your all, y'all, something you call it. But here we're cutting the 1/4 inch rods for the 3 legs, all about 9.8 some inches long, and I really have no idea what they are, but I walked in, asked my mom, she was on the phone, pulled up the calculator, and asked her total length, 9.5 inches. She gave me over that, cut one piece, and used it to cut the rest. And I'm bending them. I'm just putting a little bit of weight. That's what's awesome about the 1/4 inch rod here. And I'm about to start tacking this up, and I switched over from TIG to the stick process. And that's stick is really fun. I mean, if you've never stick welded at all, then you need to try it at least once. It's a very handy process. It's very versatile. It welds super thick material. You don't need like a buttload of amps unless you use a huge rod. Which maybe I'll make good generator. Some big, like large diameter 714s or something like that. 5.2 round. And as you can see, I tacked the back leg on. I filmed this on a Monday. That's how I know everything went wrong. So I have to cut this off. I end up cutting it off twice. And then I finally get it tacked up, and then I screw a whole bunch of other things up that you'll see. But, this is what you can have to watch my videos. Rambling. Just rambling, nonsensical rambling. Sometimes none of the things I say tie together, but, I'm trying to do my best here, and I try to make quality videos, for you guys out there. And, I'm not like a subscriber hound or anything. It's nice to have subscribers, but I like putting out quality videos, and, the subscribers are, kind of a bonus. They kind of add a little bit more for me to make videos. As you can see, I melted that off. Weld it back on. Fixed it! I saved 6011, saves the day. See, 6011 is beautiful. It's like the duct tape of the welding world. It fixes actually no, that's 7018. 7018 fixes just about everything. But yeah, the duct tape in the welding world is 7018. Fixes cast iron and all sorts of steel, and you don't know what it is, but you know it's steel. Weld it with 7018. So yeah, but. As I was saying before about subscribers and stuff, they're kind of an added bonus. My subscribers are the reason that I try to put out quality content. So, Well, here I'm using some 7014 at about 65 amps, and more rambling will continue, but I need to figure out where it stops. Okay, so I've got it right there, so where I start actually talking. So, I'm welding it here. I got a bunch of slag inclusions, probably because I had it a little too cold, but I didn't want to melt the 1/4 inch rod off, so yada yada yada. You know, first world problems here, but anyways, if I could do this over, I would have tigged the entire thing, cleaned everything up really good, and tigged it. So, yeah. As I was saying about subscribers being, kind of, the reason I put out quality content, the more people I have, I see subscribers as supporters. The more supporters I have, the more will and the more reason I have to put out quality content for you guys out there. And, the more subscribers I get, the more quality content I put out, and, hopefully the channel grows and helps someone along in their welding adventures, and then maybe people get to see me, like, 5 years from now, this channel, and get to laugh at me welding now. But, all in good time, But, yeah, welding out here with 7014, you can see this thing's starting to take shape, like, really fast. So, it's starting to take shape super quickly. And it's just looking really nice. And I'm going to have to grind out some slag pockets and, stuff like that. And so, probably could have used 7018, but I had some 7014 and I wanted to use it. I mean, I'm in love with the stuff. I mean, for stuff like this, stick welding probably wasn't the best choice. It was a stupid choice. But it was Monday. And I had a long day at school. So, yeah. It's Monday. I didn't have sugar, caffeine, a whole lot of it. So, I'm blaming it on that. Yeah. Not just that I screwed up. But as you can see, this thing's really starting to take shape. It's starting to look really nice. And it, I just had to grind out some slag pockets, and that's what 7014 does. But, I'm in love with 7014. Like 1/8 inch or something. Like, I welded on something, the slag just lifted right off. Like, I didn't even have to chip it or anything, just lifted right off. And this stuff's awesome. This is the stick 7014, so it might be a little bit better than the bulk Hobart 7014. But, anyways, I'm coming to the point where I'm actually going to start talking in the video. So, anyways, I'm going to shut up in the voiceover and wrap up this video. So, yeah.
Alright, after all that work, she's done. Now, this is a really fun thing to do. It's all out of scrap metal here, some welds here. Let me just grab my brush. I don't know why I didn't do this, but, give it a good clean up here. But you can see there's some TIG welds where I weaved there and then I stick welded these on. And it turned out pretty well. It's got some nice weight to it. We'll be able to hold down small parts. Yeah, look at this. It's that cold outside. My fingers are nice and toasty. Working. Now I'm going to put some silicon bronze, TIG some silicon bronze on the end. And you can also kind of see right here, there's little pockets of slag, and it's not going to focus, is it? But, little pockets of slag there and there. I had to run over some 7014 with a 6011 to clean everything up. But, this is a fun build. And I basically tigged these 3 parts together like you saw, and I stick welded these 1/4 inch rods on. But if I could do this over again, like if I were going to do something differently, I would have this would have been a TIG project. But, live and learn, I guess. But, yeah, so I'll show you some of the welds. I just basically touched them up with the grinder, and it works great. It stands up nice and even, like that. I can put, it's still very warm, I can put it on small parts, and it holds them down for tacking, and it's a very useful shop tool, and it costs me no money. I'm probably going to have to clean those up so that I get a good ground, but, it doesn't have to be pretty, but it has to work. So I gave the good old Hobart helmet a workout, and this is starting to become my my favorite helmet now, just because of the large viewing area. It works great for stick. It works great for TIG, and the 7014s worked okay. I had to run them a little colder, so that's why I got slag inclusions. But you know, that's what 6011's for. You grind it out and do it again. So, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up or leave a like down below. And as always, this is Subject50 signing off, guys. See you all in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this build. And, yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye!